You know that everyone is falling over themselves buying AI apps right now. But what if I told you that you could be the one creating and selling fully branded, high-value AI-powered apps just by typing or speaking what you want in any language? That's amazing, right? It's like having your own AI programmer in your back pocket with no coding, no technical stress, just ideas to income in seconds. Yes, introducing AIWrappers. It's the first platform built solely to create real, monetizable AI tools that you can sell instantly. We're talking polished, revenue-ready AI tools built by you with zero tech skills required. Perfect for driving leads for list building, but especially for selling right out of the box. Create an interior design app that generates room visualizations from photos. Done. Your AI app is live, hosted, white-labeled, and ready to sell, even in your local language. Build a text-to-video generator for short-form content. Done. Your tool is branded, secured, and ready to sell. Let's be honest, the AI boom is here, and while everyone is using AI, you can't be the one selling it. AIWrappers makes that ridiculously easy with these steps. First, describe your idea, then we auto-build the full app, and then you brand it, publish it, and get paid. Seriously, you're just one sentence away from launching tools that people will happily pay for. Give their email for serious business building stuff. With AIWrappers, you can create text tools like ad writers and blog generators, image tools like outfit try-ons, room visualizers. How cool is that? Video tools using Google VO3 and Pixverse, voice and avatar tools with Kling, even language tools, music apps, and more. And you're not stuck with just templates. Sure, we've got over 100 ready-to-go AI apps, but the real magic? You can just say what you want, and AIWrappers builds it from scratch. No prompts to tweak, no code to write, no developers to hire. Let's talk power. Add your logo, domain, and custom design. Your app is fully white-labeled. Choose models like GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, Veo, DALL-E. Collect leads, charge users, set usage limits with Stripe built in. Host it instantly with free hosting, or use your own domain. Use your own API keys for full control and full flexibility. Everything just works. And if you're thinking, how do I make money with this? Well, let me spell it out. Sell access to your AI apps, charge monthly or one time. Offer done-for-you app creation, charge $500 to $5,000 per project. Use them as lead magnets. Grow your email list like wildfire. Resell them to agencies and freelancers. 100% your brand. Or package them into your own AI software as a service business. No developer needed. Whether you want fast cash or long-term, monthly recurring revenue, AIWrappers is the fastest way to get there. Now compare that to every other no-code AI builder. They're made for coders, not creators. Their apps break when APIs update. They have no hosting, no security, no monetization. But AIWrappers doesn't patch the gaps there. It replaces the whole system with cash-ready AI tools built by you. This is your moment. AI is exploding, and first movers are already profiting. People are making $400 in a day selling $750 per month tools, and they did it manually. You've got AIWrappers, which means faster launches, better security, 100% your brand, built-in payments, over 100,000 app possibilities at your fingertips, and fully polished one-screen AI apps, not just playgrounds or prototypes. So here's the deal. If you could speak an idea, you can now build a working AI app ready to sell in under 60 seconds. No more waiting, no more wondering. Just log in, describe your tool, and launch it. It's that simple. It's that powerful. And with this special one-time price, you get the full commercial license, the agency rights, and future-proof tools built on top-tier models. But this deal won't last. Once we flip to monthly pricing, this will be out of reach for most. So grab your license right now. Launch your first AI wrapper in minutes, and finally start making money with AI instead of just watching others do it. Let's build your first revenue-generating AI tool today together. Scroll down and you will find two options. Now, the commercial option will allow you to get started by building up to 10 AI apps and 5 workspaces. Then you may purchase individual products from the funnel. Or you could choose the AIWrappers bundle deal, which includes commercial and agency rights, plus resellers along with the Pro and Platinum upgrades for an incredibly low one-time investment. And be sure to use the limited time coupon that's right on this page for an even larger discount. Once you purchase, you will also see the optional bump on the checkout page to include unlimited usage. If you are planning to truly build your business with AI wrappers, then you will want to include unlimited as well. So look for that bump. Click below and let's get you started on this really exciting journey.
Hey, it's Rohit Shah here, and I'm about to show you something that can turn your AI ideas into real sellable apps in just minutes. I'm talking about tools people are already paying $19, $49, even $99 per month for. And with AI wrappers, you can build them yourself without writing a single line of code. This is the AI wrappers dashboard. You'll see recent apps here, a shortcut to our AI creator, access to 100 plus templates, and everything you need to launch and manage your tools. Let's start with what I believe is the most powerful part of AI wrappers, the AI creator. This is a natural language app builder, which means you don't need to know any prompts, no tech setup, nothing. You just speak or type what kind of app you want to build and the system does the rest. And yes, it even works in your own language, Hindi, Spanish, French, anything. Let me show you how this works. So let's create a SEO audit tool where user enters an website URL and it returns with optimization tips, errors and suggestions. So let's go ahead. And just like that, the input form is ready, the AI logic is written, and the model is already connected. If you want to get specific, you can even say use GPT-4 for this app or use Gemini and make the response 5 bullet points only. And the system understands that too. Or just let the AI handle everything and it will intelligently choose the right model based on what your app needs. So I'm just gonna say make it as per your choice, and let's ask it to use GPT 4.1 model. And let's go ahead. And here's the coolest part. This is real chat interface. So after the app is created, you can say things like add another input field for topic or make the tone more casual, and it updates your app instantly. Once you're happy with how it looks, just click create app and it gets published live into your dashboard, ready to be shared or edited further. This is what makes AI wrappers so powerful. You describe what you want in plain language and your AI app is built for you in seconds. Alright, once the app is created, it's not just sitting in draft. It's actually live and fully functional right now. Let's preview it. This is the front end, the user-facing version of the app we just created. They simply enter their website URL here and hit generate, and the AI gives them an instant SEO audit with suggestions and tips. And right now this is a free to use tool, anyone can use it. But with just a few clicks, we can restrict access, capture leads, or even charge users for every use. Now here is something cool. We are not locked in. We can go back to AI Creator and ask to update the app. For example, let's type add name and email input fields before user can use the app. And just like that, the AI updates the app structure for us. Now let's preview the app again. And just like that, your app has started to capture leads. And AIWrappers tracks everything automatically. Let's jump into app analytics. Here you can see all the leads collected, names, emails, timestamps, all organized and exportable. Whether you're offering a free tool or running a lead gen funnel, this makes it super easy to track performance. But if you want full hands-on control, that's where the manual editor comes in. Let me quickly walk you through the 5-step builder so you can fine-tune every part of your app. Here you can manually edit the details of your app if you don't want to use the AI creator. The first step is the basic step for name, logo, and app description. Next step, choosing your AI model. AIWrappers supports all the top models out of the box. You've got GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, and others, with more being added as advancements come out. So your apps are always powered by the latest and most powerful AI without needing to worry about the tech behind it. And here's the best part. You don't need to deal with API integrations, prompt formatting, or ongoing model maintenance. We handle all of that for you behind the scenes. Want to try a different model? Just click and swap, and it's that simple. The next step is interface. This one's huge. You can drag and drop form inputs like text box, file uploads, drop downs, whatever your app needs from this area. Next, you can decide how your users access your app. You can make it free, email gated, or even connect Stripe and start charging right away. And finally, you can plug in your own domain and you've got a live branded hosted AI app ready to share and sell. But you don't even have to start from scratch. AIWrappers comes loaded with 100 plus high converting templates across every niche. Social media tools, business apps, image and video AI tools, content generators, education, health, everything's here and ready to launch. Every app is one click for you to deploy and start using. Now, if you have tried tools like Lovable or Bold.new, you might wonder how AIWrappers is different. Those are great for testing small ideas, but here's the difference. With Lovable and Bold, you need to manually write and edit prompts. You are responsible for your own hosting and app security. Stripe integration, that's on you. And if OpenAI or any API changes, you are the one who has to fix the app. AI Wrappers handles all of that for you. We give you drag and drop app creation, secure built in hosting, Stripe integration ready to go, a no maintenance backend. You focus on the product and we handle the tech. And full branding, your domain, your logo, your business. And remember, these aren't just fun AI tools, they are actual products you can sell. People are paying hundreds, even thousands for niche specific AI apps. We have made it easy to turn these into lead magnets, paid utilities, or full on SaaS tools. So that's AI wrappers. You don't need to hire a developer, you don't need to manage servers, you don't need to worry about APIs breaking. You just bring your idea and we'll turn it into working AI app you can sell in minutes. This is Rohit Shah signing off. Thank you for watching.
Wow, there's so many of you here tonight. So happy to have you. I'm Todd Gross. Thank you for your patience. Sorry for any delay. This has been one crazy day for me and the team. We have been pushing and pushing to get the best AI wrapper product out there that is possible. And you'll understand why I said AI wrapper product in just a minute when I go over what AI wrappers is actually. I'm Todd Gross again, and I want to just remind you guys that I've been doing this for about 20 years now. It was 2025, the very end of 2020, 2005, and then 2025 is where we stand now. And one of the very first things I did, as you'll hear in this very exciting webinar, is I gave away apps in order to become successful. We'll be going over that during the presentation tonight, and this whole thing is like going in a circle for me. So I'm just so happy about this. All right, let me know if you could hear me and where you're from. I'll go through this very briefly because I know you've been patient. I won't be able to read everyone's name, but I'll try. I appreciate you popping on, David and Tom and Randall and William and Larry and Kelly and Matt and Richard and John and Dell and Peter and Robert and Fred. Fred is here again. Shout out. Ken Charles and Lee and Apostle and Kent and Jason and Cynthia. Thank you. And just some of the places you're from includes Singapore, it includes New Mexico, and it includes California. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Maryland. All right. You guys hear me okay? Mr. Y from Boston, do you hear me okay? You all can hear me okay. All right, great. All right, so let's get started. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something called AI wrappers, and it is something for everyone. Just for attending this webinar today, even if you don't purchase a thing, and we're going to be going over some really high-level training tonight that's still really easy, but it's high level. So you'll want to attend to the end for several reasons. Number one, 3 bonuses made using AI wrappers. What you're about to see, 3 bonuses. We're going to give them to you for free just for attending to the end of the webinar, to the email that you used to register for this presentation. Then we're going to cross-check it and go to webinar, make sure you stayed, so you'll want to stay for that. We also want you to pay attention because later in the webinar, we will be choosing some lucky winners to earn a cash reimbursement of their purchase. Now, this is usually based on answering a trivia question from early in the webinar, or if somebody's very interactive and engaged, we'll be picking from some of you who are fitting that category. Now, let's get started. You are making history tonight, my friends. You are about to discover one of the best products ever to be released in the JVZoo marketplace, hands down. I don't know if I've ever seen such a valuable release on JVZoo as what you're about to see. And the reason becomes obvious as I talk about this, because it's not just like having one product, it's like having infinite products, but more importantly, infinite products that you can sell or build your business with. This app maker obviously makes AI apps like never before. And that means that it opens up the world to you in terms of flexibility as you turn your simple ideas into fully workable AI apps, complete with your own branding, built-in payment system, and lead capture so that you can build a list. Now, it's really simple to use. You'll see in the demo, I'll even do a live demo for you. I decided to do that. It's so simple later on in the broadcast here. You go from an idea to the app to the income. Now, you don't necessarily have to make income from your app, even though it's immediately hooked up to a buy button. You could, if you want, give away the app. Okay. If you give it away, you could collect an email address and a name. You could build your list that way. And that is an invaluable thing. Now, it makes different kinds of apps, all different kinds of apps based on all the big AIs that are out right now, including GPT and Claude and Gemini and even VO3. Text apps, image apps, video apps, you name it. Here's just an example. Now, some of these clips are going to say, "Oh wow, this is like the video stuff that I've been seeing lately." Is that what it does? It produces video stuff? No, it doesn't just produce video stuff. It produces all kinds of things, from newsletters to SEO analyzers. I mean, it does an amazing amount of things. But I am the video guy, right? And I'm also the AI guy from, synthesis and all that. So I got such a kick out of the fact that I could produce so quickly. I mean, just in a matter of minutes through prompts, something like this. This is just going to start off our presentation right now to show you some of the clips I was able to produce with the actual app that I produced.
I can't believe we were created with an app produced by AIWrappers.
Ain't had a decent beer in days. What's a cowboy got to do to get a cold one around here?
We were created with an app produced by AIWrappers. Can I have a bit of that?
All right, I just threw some clips together at the last minute last night. You see, I actually produced inside AIWrappers a VO3 prompt creator, and I also did a text to video creator, and I did an image to video creator. I produced those in just minutes last night, and those are working apps that can be given away or sold right now that I actually produced. And when I did that, I got such a kick out of the fact that I could just get some videos out there real quick. I put them together in clips, and that's what I came out with. All right, so now that we've gone through the introduction, let's talk about this, the AI tool market. It's over 300 billion right now. And while most people, almost all of us, are kind of like stuck consuming this AI stuff, it's not just you, it's me as well, it's everybody. We're all enamored with it. Solopreneurs are building income and their business with these AI tools. However, here's the problem. If you want to put an AI tool together, hiring programmers is way, way too expensive. They're not always available programmers. I've been dealing with them for years. They're often unreliable, even when you get ones that are recommended. So how do we solve this with AI? How can we overcome this? And why is this so necessary? Well, that brings us to what an AI wrapper is. So this is the part of the presentation where I'm going to need your help a little bit, because I was a little caught off guard by this term. Give me a 1 in the chat box if you know what the definition is of an AI wrapper, and give me a 2 if you don't know. If you don't know, give me a 2. If you know, give me a 1. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. 90% of you do not know what an AI wrapper is. And the reason why I said I love it is because I didn't either. So when I teamed up to produce AI wrappers with Rohit Shah, I knew what the software was all about, but I had no idea why he was calling it AI wrappers. So basically, this is what the story is. An AI wrapper can take the abilities of AI models and repackage them, almost like you are rewrapping a Christmas present. So it's all the AI models back there waiting for prompts, but instead of having to go to them individually, you've got them all there at your fingertips and working to produce apps for you. So you're wrapping them all together in the back end through connections that you're using. And this is really very sophisticated sounding, and it sounds like it's out there, but it is all here in front of you, done with a very simple user interface. So that's what an AI wrapper is. However, what is AIWrappers, our product with the same name? Well, this is how we went about it. AIWrappers gives you the easiest way to create and sell from within the software AI-powered tools for any niche with no technical skills. I mean, zero technical skills. You just speak or type. I like to type, but other people could speak right into the microphone what you want, and your app is ready to go. It supports all these big AIs, AI GPT-4, OpenAI GPT, Claude, Gemini, DALL-E, Replicate, even VO3 is supported, and more. It not only creates the app, but it hosts the app, plus the page to sell the app from. It collects leads and payments. So it's all hosted. To local businesses, you could sell them, or directly on social media, you could sell them, or through ads directly, you could sell them, or through sites like Warrior Plus, which is, of course, a clearinghouse for small to medium products, e-products. And we'll be talking a lot about that later tonight. Now, great way to think about it is to build your business, not just about selling. And one person who has been doing this for years is Neil Patel. Now, Neil Patel, he's a guru now. He used to be just like a friend of mine, and then I lost contact with him. He says, and he has a whole video on this, that we give away many different software tools for free, and it's how we generate more than 30,000 leads every single month. And you know what? He's not alone. You know who else did that? Me, Todd Gross. In 2007, it's how I exploded my business. And if you don't believe me, just watch this.
What if I was to tell you that you can get free internet marketing products that are new, fresh, and easy to download, and you don't have to, well, jump through hoops to get them? That's just one of the things that we actually are featuring at a site called freemonthlygift.com.
So what I did is in 2007, and it lasted for a few years, is I had a sort of membership thing going where what I would do is provide these tools to people. They weren't AI tools yet, but they were similar in nature to what AI tools are today. They were helpful, small pieces of software. And I tried to keep that going as long as I could, but I ran out of them. And that's what happened to everybody who's tried this before. And they end up with PLR products that they try to resell, or they end up, producing written products that they, toil over themselves, not using AI to help. Back then, you had to write the things that you were doing, or you had to make videos, which is what I ended up doing. And what happened was I started in 2006, and then in 2007, Derek Van Dyke gave me an idea, and I went to a friend of mine, and I said, let's put a site together that allows us to give out these tools, and then we'll even get the people that are getting these tools the ability to resell them or re-give them away as well. So we'll all build a list.
So I built a huge list. It started out right after just a few months. It was 7,000 strong, just because I had these things to give away. And that's the point I'm making, is it's not just about selling all these tools that you're going to see tonight. It is about actually being able to build your business. Let's dive into the software and then get to the demo. So when you get in the software, you'll see in the demo, there's 3 choices that you have, and each one is great. They're all very similar, as a matter of fact, but the one that we keep leaning on and we keep raving about is the one on the left here that says create via chat, because that's the one where you could actually just say, and you'll see me do it in the demo, I just say to the AI inside AIWrappers, I say, hey, just create this app for me that's going to change this person's hair color when I put a picture of the person in there. Or I actually would ask it to write a newsletter. We did it the other day. We asked it to do a newsletter about pickleball, as an example, and it came out with some great articles and produced this wonderful newsletter that, again, was accessible. So that's what you have on the left. In the middle is create from template. So we have a bunch of templates in there which really aren't apps yet, but all the fields are filled out and ready to deploy the app. So everything's all filled out and waiting for you. So both the one on the left and the one in the middle can take as little as 15 seconds to do. 15 seconds to produce the app. You'll see me in the demo. I go over it a little bit longer, maybe a half minute or a minute, but it could be done in as little as 15 seconds. It's truly amazing. And the one on the right, create from scratch, is also pretty easy. It just has some fill in the blanks, and then you could fill those blanks in, and that will also create the app from there. So there's 3 ways basically to create the apps. And we have a bunch of templates in there. We have over 100 in there now, and it's growing fast. We just added about 20 since yesterday. Really, really good templates, as you'll see, because I'm going to go in and show you the exact templates that we have in there, a good bunch of them. And we have all those integrations in there in the back end to OpenAI and Google Gemini and Anthropic and Replicate. And Fall.ai includes VO3 in the back end, and Stripe, which means you could put your buy button in there as well, which is really exciting. Now, in terms of integration tips, I just want to remind you, the best outputs and results, OpenAI is really good with that GPT stuff. Good and virtually free, though, is Gemini, because when you connect in there, there are going to be some charges that you'll run into. For instance, I produced some VO3 videos, but those could get pricey. And then we have Replicate and Fall.ai. That includes VO3. That's when you get into the video, image, and audio apps. We'll be going over that again as well. Now, AIWrappers example number 1. Video AI app created solely from chat. Let's see what that would look like, and it'll be more clear in the demo, but I just wanted to introduce you to the whole concept first. So when you're in chat, it actually comes online and says, hey there, I'm your AI app creator. How can I help you build your app today? Now, in this case, I mixed and matched a little bit, but look at the bottom how I wrote, make an app for me that will create a VO3 video. See, this is what the chat box actually looks like. You just put one line in, or you could see the little microphone on the bottom there. By the way, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask in the question answer box. We have a full team answering your questions. So you could actually speak, or you could just write the one line, and then from there, it's going to answer you, and then you could either just build the app immediately, or you could go back and forth a little bit with the app creator who is chatting with you. So that is really cool. Usually takes only 2 chats per app. In other words, you start talking, it answers you, you may ask it another question or tell it to do one other thing, and then basically you're done, which is pretty cool. All right, now let me see where I am here. Here we go. Now, in this case, what I am showing you is one of the things that I created by just asking for something to be created was a text to video creator. And what you're looking at here is the actual app itself. This is what the app looks like when it's completed. It could be a black on white background or a white on black background, like we're looking at right here. It could go either way. And you'll see me flip back and forth when we go into the demo. So what it's asking for here, if I'm the user, right, I'm going to choose the functionality, meaning I'm going to choose either text to video or image to video. I'm going to choose one or the other. And then I'm going to determine whether I want to produce just a video prompt. Oops, I'm going too far. Pardon me about that. A video prompt, or if I want to do an image and then a motion description of that image. And it's interesting because when I did it through chat, it actually helped me set this up instead of needing two separate apps. See, what I was thinking was it was going to need two apps to perform this function. One app would be a text to video creator, which I'd be able to give away or sell. And the other one would be an image to video creator, which I'd be able to give away or sell. But when I chatted, like that chat I showed you just a moment ago up here, when I chatted with it said, wait a minute, we could put these two things together. You just need a box for that. And that's why it says choose functionality at the top. In other words, the software actually prompted me to make my app better. And then I actually produced this from something similar that I had produced. So let me just quickly run this. This one doesn't actually have any, it doesn't have any audio. But I asked for a cowboy dancing next to a horse was what I had asked for in that particular case. Now let's see what we got here. Oh, this was the one where I asked for a skunk and a cat eating out of a bowl, a food bowl at the same time. All right, so that's the kind of app that I produced just by asking it to chat with me. Now, example 2 is a text-based app that one of our partners actually put together, text-based app created from a template. So in this particular case, what we did was we went and we took a template, a newsletter template, and then we just kind of like changed the things that it had. Like it says email newsletter writer was the app name, then it has a description, and then we just basically let it fly, and we were able to get a newsletter out of it. Even though we started with a template, it was a newsletter that was more tailored to our needs, and we called it Newsletter Genie, your AI email assistant. And here it's asking for your name, your email. So basically, it's going to collect the person's name and email address, then the newsletter topic or focus, then the target audience. And there it is. It says, ready to plan your next adventure. This is the actual output. Whether you're dreaming of sunbathing on a sandy beach or exploring a cozy mountain town, we've got the scoop on this week's weather across the United States. So grab your favorite travel mug and let's dive into the forecast with a sprinkle of humor and a dash of wanderlust. And then what it does is it basically, this newsletter we created was going to tailor itself to send us to where the weather is good rather than where it is bad. So that was the function of that particular app that we made, which is a pretty clever app. It's a newsletter that provides vacation spots, kind of short-term vacation spots, anytime the weather is a consideration. And now here's the third example that I worked on last night. It's one I did from scratch where I filled in some of those boxes like you see right there. See, it says create your AI application. I just put the name in, I put the description in, and that sort of thing. And basically, this is what it created, a text to video creator, transform your ideas into videos. I showed you something similar to this earlier with the choose functionality. And look what I produced here. I produced a text to, an image changer where it changes the person's hair color. And later live, I think I'm going to do this, or I think I even do this on the demo. Yes, I do this on the demo, which is coming up. The hair color changer created by myself is now also a template. So what did I do here? If you look in the center, you see Jennifer Lawrence with blonde hair. That's the original photo. And then I was able to change her and make her have brunette hair or red hair. Now, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to create a hair color changer as an app? Because it's something that really catches people's attention, and you could give that away and grab their email address or you could sell it to them for a low cost and they will actually pay for that. I've been looking for a hair color changer for a long time that actually works. And this actually worked right out of the box when I created it. You'll see that in the demo in just a minute. So I got a big kick out of the fact that I was able to put that together. Hey, rather than just keep blabbing, do you guys want to see the demo where I actually did this and other stuff on the inside? Let me know if you're ready for that or if you want to ask some questions first. Do you want me to jump in? Yes. Okay. All right. Watch that. This is really impressive stuff. But when I do it live later, I think it'll be even more impressive. But still, this is going to knock your socks off. All right. Here we go. I'm going to play it now. Turn your volume up. It's usually a little bit on the low side when we switch over to GoToWebinar's video player. Okay, so here we are inside the dashboard of AIWrappers. First thing that I suggest you do is you go to, you could go to AI Creator and just start creating right off the bat something fresh and new, but why don't we go to My Apps instead, the second one down here, or the third one down, and that is going to show us something that we could do at the top. Now we can make this light or dark if we want. Let's create dark for a little more contrast right now. And rather than create via chat, which is the really easy way, where you just start talking, or create from scratch where you fill in some fields, let's create from a template. So when you use one that's already there, the template's already there, it throws you into basically the start from scratch mode, but everything is filled out for you. All right, so everything is basically done. Now we could go in through each one of these details and we could change things. But since it's already done, let's just blow through it. All right, so the app name has already been chosen. The description has already been chosen. The logo's already been chosen. So let's go to the next page. It shows which, for instance, model's been selected, so we can continue on to next. It shows what the interface is set up with in terms of the colors and all that kind of thing. We don't necessarily have to change that. And it shows how the access is right now set to free. We could put a password protected access, or we could go through a paid system by connecting your Stripe. And that means you could actually put a pay button on there if you want. But we're going to go with public and free, which is right now how it is set up. We could work on the captcha protection, like we can enable captcha, but we're not going to do that right now. We'll just blow through this, and we're going to not use our custom domain. We don't want to do that. We're going to just use a subdomain, so it will be actually hosted on our site, all right? And we're just going to hit publish. So it's already done. It is already done. Now, that's because it came off of a template where everything was filled in for you. And all we have to do is just copy this URL that I produced. And now what we do is we just go to, let's say, anything like Chrome, and paste it in. And this is the actual app. It's hosted on our site. It has several input. It wants our name, like Todd Gross, my email, toddwx@gmail.com. And the reason it's doing that, and that field was selected and chosen by our template, is because we want to capture someone's email when we give this app away. And the web page URL that we're going to analyze here, in this case, let's do Rohit's. rohitshaw.com. Let's see what it says about his site. We'll hit generate. Okay, so here's the SEO analysis report for rohitshaw.com. It says there is no meta description detected. The absence of a meta description means search engines may auto-generate one, which reduce click-through rates. Then it gives a recommendation. Meta keywords currently, none are present. Recommendations, no action needed, it says. Keyword usage, and it continues to analyze the site. Content quality, currently the homepage is extremely sparse, with only a name and a few social profile links. Rohit, you gotta fix your site. Anyway, you get the point. This has, just a complete breakdown of how his site can be improved. All right, and we've done that through this app that we produced. And we can now offer this app as a freebie, or we can even sell it for a low cost, or we could use this to help local businesses, right? We could go to a local business and say, hey, would you like an analysis of your website? We will do that for free for you. And then we can work with you to improve your website. So that's just an example of one of the hundreds and hundreds and thousands of apps that you can produce. Now let's go to something more visual. Okay, so back at the dashboard, I want you to notice on the left-hand side of your screen, we have some really cool things such as integrations where you could connect with the AIs and your Stripe account. We have farther down, we have this, the Help Center. If I click on that as an example, notice that the integrations are completely trained for you, or in other words, we have the tutorials in there for you. For instance, here's the OpenAI integration, how to get your OpenAI API key. All that kind of stuff is there, and of course the tutorials for actually using this as well. We have best practices, we have getting started. It's all there on the left-hand side of the menu. Rather than getting bogged down with that right now, though, let's take you to making another app. Remember, I said a good place to start, in my opinion, is by clicking this third tab down, which is My Apps. The reason is, it gives me a choice whether to create via chat, create from a template like you saw me do just moments ago, or create from scratch. Create from scratch, I just want to show you, is very similar to creating from a template, except nothing is filled in. So you have to fill in the app details and that sort of thing. But this can all be automatically filled in by doing the one that makes this stand out above all the others, and that's create via chat. So to create a new app via chat, all you have to do is click Get Started. And let's do one that's more visual this time. So it says, hi there, I'm your AI app creator. How can I help you build your app today? Well, I have a great idea. All right? I want to create an actual app that's going to allow us to change the hair color, all right, the actual hair color of a person. All right, so I have to give you a little tip. And the tip is that I actually did this previously, and it was so successful in terms of our beta testers that that is also now a template. But I'm going to show you how I did it. I said, I would like an app that will take a picture of a person and can change their hair color. All right? That's all I'm writing. And that's it. And now it's going to come up with a response. It says, great idea. We can produce an AI-powered tool that allows users to upload a picture and change the hair color. To get started, could you please provide more details on the following? What specific hair colors would you like to offer as options? All right? Do you have any specific design preferences, or would you like a logo? All right, so as per your choice is what I'm going to write. I'm going to let it do the whole thing. And yes, include a logo. All right, so it's going to produce a logo. It's going to do the whole thing for me. And now I just have to click return. Okay, it says here's the configuration for your app that changes hair color. Your app is ready and everything is done. So let's click create. And now it is actually done. You can see the confetti falling, and it is on our server ready to go. It's deployed already, and we just copy that link, and let's put that link in another box, in a browser, paste and go. And here is, it created this just now. Just from what I wrote, it created this. So it says hair color changer, transform your look, easily change your hair color with our AI tool. Welcome to Hair Color Changer. Upload a photo. So we're going to upload a photo. I think some of you already saw that I found a photo of Jennifer Lawrence. So I'm going to upload that right there with blonde hair. And now I'm going to select, oh, it's giving me a choice of colors. Brown. I'm going to select brown hair and change the color. You see how it did that? Previously, when I created this last run, it didn't give me a choice of colors. It just said, what color do you want? And there she is with brown hair. That app is now done. Imagine you can actually go and sell that or give that away as a lead magnet right now. It's already done, and there it is. All right, so let's go back to the starting point that I like to go to, and that's my apps on the left-hand side. Now, previously, what I was showing you was a different workspace. I was showing you the workspace where we were creating bonuses for the webinar that we're doing. And now I'm back to my testing workspace, which is actually my own account that I've been working on. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to show you a few of the things I've been working on. Such as I created a logo creator last night. I created an email newsletter writer. I created a text to video creator. So one of the things you can do with this software is you could actually use VO3 in the back end of the software to produce videos. That's right, videos with speaking and music and all that kind of thing. However, that gets a little bit pricey. But I wanted to just try out that functionality to see if it worked. And indeed it did. I produced a VO3 video producer, which we'll look at, but I also realized that it's a little bit complicated for me to write the prompts for VO3. I know they should be rather detailed. So what am I going to do about that? Can I just go somewhere, look for a prompt creator? And I said, no, I don't need that. I could create one right here with AIWrappers. So that's exactly what I did. Let's preview my VO3 prompt creator. Now, remember, all I did is I just went into chat and I said, all right, chat, just produce a prompt producer for me that's going to help me to create detailed enough prompts so that VO3 will be able to give me great output. And when I did that, it produced this for me. So it needs a subject, for instance. It suggested all these fields. So the subject, in this case, we could write a young boy and girl at a... All right, we don't have to write the setting yet. Just a young boy and girl. A young boy, let's write 12 years old, and girl 10 years old with blonde hair, wearing jeans and a flannel shirt. And the boy, 12 years old, with brown hair, wearing a t-shirt, gray, and jeans. Okay. So that's our subject. The setting, we're going to do a carnival scene. The dialogue, have the girl turn to the boy and say, I can't believe we were produced with AIWrappers. Music style, we want to do carnival music. Mood and atmosphere, festive. Additional details, have the girl eating cotton candy with some on her face. I'm trying to think of anything else. Now, I actually did this last night. It was very similar, but let's run this and see how it creates the prompt, right? So now I'm doing generate prompt. A young boy, 12 years old, with brown hair, wearing a gray t-shirt and jeans. All right, we wrote that. But now the setting is a vibrant and colorful carnival scene with various attractions, like a Ferris wheel, a merry-go-round, and game stalls in the background. I didn't write that. It wrote that. It remembered that that's the kind of thing you have in a carnival. The atmosphere is bustling with people and enjoying the festivities. The dialogue, just as we wrote it, but it says with a playful expression. She says, I can't believe we were produced with AIWrappers. The music style, upbeat and lively carnival music that complements the festive atmosphere with sounds of laughter and distant carnival rides enhancing the scene. The mood and the atmosphere, festive and joyful, capturing the excitement and fun of a day at the carnival. And additional details, the girl is holding a stick of cotton candy with some of the fluffy treat stuck to her face, adding a touch of humor and realism to the scene. The boy looks amused by her appearance, adding to the playful interaction between them. So you see how it added the kind of details that VO3 is able to capitalize on as one of the best AI video producers out there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just copy all that, all right? Edit, copy, and now that I copied that, we could go in and actually plug this in. So here we are back at My Apps, and here's the actual VO3 video producer. It's going to want a prompt like that, so let's preview it. And it just asks for a video prompt. That's all it needs. And now that we have a good video prompt, we're going to just paste that in and then generate. So we click generate, and I'm not going to do it right now because I already just did it, and I came up with a result. And let's take a look at that result.
I can't believe we were created with an app produced by AIWrappers. Can I have a bit of that?
All right, so you get the idea. It produced the crowd in the background. It had her eating the cotton candy messily. You saw I added a little dialogue from the boy as well earlier. And here's another I produced last night.
Ain't had a decent beer in days. What's a cowboy got to do to get a cold one around here?
Okay, let's see how some of my other ones that I produced last night are working. Again, all these could be given away or sold. This was so easy to produce. I just said, come up with a logo producer for me, and it basically put everything in there. Welcome to the logo creator, logo description. Let's do what's our logo going to be for? Let's do a video-oriented logo. A video-oriented logo that features a camera or play button. Yeah, that's like a play button and a camera combined. You see how it did the vibrant colors, the play button, and the camera combined. So I'm going to save that one too and actually use it later. And finally, let's try to create something that I've never tried before, and that is facial hair remover, facial hair producer. You get the point. I want to change the amount of hair on somebody's face, and let's see if that works. All right, so this is totally off the cuff. I have not tried this before at all. Let's go into the dashboard. Again, I like to start with My Apps. Create via chat. That's the one that I would like to do that with. Let's get started. I'd like to create an app that will add facial hair to someone's face. It should return an image of what the face will look like with varying amounts of facial hair. Let's see if it likes that. Okay, it says that sounds like a fun and creative app. To get started, I'll need a bit of information. The app name, I'm going to let it pick the name. App description, I'm going to let it pick the description. Facial hair options. Do you want to provide specific styles or types, such as beard, mustache, goatee? Yes, I'm going to ask it to do that. Image upload. That will users upload their own images, or will you provide sample images? I think I'm going to let the user actually upload their own image. They'll probably want to see what they look like with facial hair. Color theme, do you have any preference? No. Logo, would you like me to create the logo? As per your preferences, but number 3, as per your preferences, I'll let them pick it for number 3. And yes, create a logo. And let's see what it comes up with on its own. All right, it says, great, here's the configuration. Your app is set up to allow users to upload their photos and choose from different facial hairstyles. The logo has been generated and included in the configuration. If you need any changes or additional features, feel free and let me know. Okay, so we're looking on the right-hand side at the sample. So it's going to want us to upload a photograph and choose the facial hairstyle. Now, I don't know what's in the drop-down list until I generate the app. It may not be enough for me, so we'll see. Then we could always come back and edit it. So let's actually create the app now. It's already created, and we're going to copy. And now let's actually do a paste and go. And our facial hairstyler has done. It's transform your look. So let's upload the picture that I did before. This time I'm going to do myself with no glasses on. All right. And now let's see how I look with a certain beard style. So we have beard, mustache, goatee, full beard. Let's do a beard and generate and see how it looks. And it did it. It gave me a darker beard than I would have liked. It didn't match my hair color exactly, but it did it. It shows what I would look like with a beard right there. Let's actually full screen that. Oh, it allows us to download the image now. So let's take a look. Yeah, I don't like myself with the beard. So we could continue to change this now. Now that we've achieved what we're trying to achieve, we could go in and we could ask for other changes, such as not fully grown in beard, right? Beard that matches the existing hair color, things of that nature. Or we could choose the different color of the beard. Now, another way to try to get better results, if you're not satisfied with how it is coming out, is to actually go back to the dashboard, pick Create from Template, and then choose a template that you can change. Okay, now let's go back in and let's take a look at some of the latest apps that have been coming to us now through the template. Okay, so we are going to create from template. We're just going to look at the templates. For instance, let's take a look at this new one, AI baby face generator. All right, we're going to deploy that, and we're going to just let it use everything that it would normally do on its own. So let's just scroll through everything, and it's just going to fill everything in for us. Remember, these are templates that then allow you to publish something separately. It's not going to change the template. It's going to change, if you make changes, only what you produce. So we produce something that basically is the same as all the suggestions from the template just now. We just copy that, and now we're going to paste and go, and we should have a baby face generator here. All right, so this one is gating us. It wants us to put in our name and email first. So Todd Gross, and then I'm going to put my email in here. And then I'm going to upload an image. And I'm going to give myself an image with, I think I'll give myself an image with sunglasses because that would make for a funny baby. And I'm going to write just as it's suggesting, generate baby version. Or describe specific traits. I'm going to generate baby version and see how I look as a baby. Come on, I didn't look like that as a baby. That is pretty funny, though. All right, I'm going to switch this back. I'm actually going to continue on just a little bit here by sharing something with you. So, you saw the cowboy here. Let me just remind you of the cowboy in the middle of this clip here.
I can't believe we were created with an app produced by AIWrappers.
Ain't had a decent beer in days. What's a cowboy got to do to get a cold one around here?
I just wanted to point out that that clip was only able to be made because I produced last night 2 apps in about, well, it was under 30 minutes anyway. I mean, it felt like a long time compared to the other ones because I was honing in on the idea. But basically what I did is I created this, the VO3 prompt producer. And for those of you that purchase tonight are actually going to get this as one of your bonuses, believe it or not. And as you can see, the VO3 prompt producer, it asks for your subject, it asks for your setting, the dialogue, the music style. You saw this in the demo a little while ago. But what you didn't see is that it usually produces a little bit more lengthy results after you fill in just a few words in that. And I wanted to just show you right here what the result was that it produced that gave me that exact clip, that exact cowboy clip. And if we go down to the additional details, notice that's where it started adding the details that gave that video such a special, boost. A bar bustling with activity. In the background, a group of patrons dressed in period appropriate attire, engaging in lively conversations and laughter. A couple of cowboys are playing cards at a nearby table while a saloon girl serves drinks to a group of miners. The clinking of glasses and the occasional burst of laughter add to the lively yet laid back atmosphere of the scene. So I was able to do this, of course, and get this output out by producing that actual app last night that would produce that particular prompt. And then from there, of course, I used the video creator that I also produced, a separate app, and I was able to produce that clip that I just showed you. So what did you guys think of the demo? Let me have some feedback here. And don't forget, later in the webinar, we are giving reimbursements to those who purchase and who answer a question correctly from earlier in the webinar. We'll have to select from one of you, and we'll also are going to be rewarding those that are very proactive during the webinar. So keep that in mind. It was great. It was very cool. It's on fire, says Lakia. Awesome, great, amazing. Okay, great. And we are going to continue to go over your questions throughout this webinar. Let's get started now to the really good stuff. Some great apps to make with AI wrappers include all the following. Now, you've seen me make such a small number of apps compared to what it can produce that what I'm going to do later, right before we, open this up to the public, that's you, before we close it back down again later tonight, I am going to actually take you on the inside again live. We're going to look at some of those apps that are in there. We'll play with it just a little bit more. And I don't want you to miss that because we're going to look at some of those templates, because remember, those templates are already in there waiting for you to deploy and sell. I mean, right away, you've got all that white label stuff ready for you. So it can produce image generators and editors. And again, everything I'm about to say, this is just scratching the surface. Newsletters, blog creators, voice narrators, video creators, as you saw. Now, the voice narrators were just recently put in there. I have to try them. They're apparently pretty good. The resume builders, you can make product description writers. You could do language translators. You know how people are always searching for that online. They forget that Google Translate is there and they always just search. Virtual try-on tools, that's one of the best in there. Unbelievable. You're going to see how I did that in just a moment. Mood-based quote generators, which was never a big thing to me, but is a big thing to a lot of others on social media. Interior design idea apps. While we're on that, let me show you what I produced with one of the apps in there that's in your, it's actually an interior design app. So I have a picture here of an attic. It's actually an upstairs that was unfinished. Okay, that's a picture, and look what the app was able to produce. What I asked it for was to put a barn door on the bathroom in the corner. I asked for the other corner on the left. I wanted a futon, and in the middle, I wanted a ping pong table. Look at that. Oh, I also asked for a log railing. I forgot. But look what it did with the barn door enclosure on the bathroom in the corner. And then it put the futon in. That's approximately the correct measurements for a futon. That is the right measurements for a 6 foot long ping pong table. I mean, it even figured out the dimensions. I'm not sure how it did that. So here's an example where you can take our template for interior design, where you could add furniture to empty rooms or redesign your rooms. And you could sell that, of course, for a low amount or give that away. I just wanted to point out that that's something else that you could use. And then, of course, photo editing apps. As you saw, there's a lot going on with our photo editing. There's just in the last 24 hours that we've really added a lot, such as you'll see the ability to retouch photos and things like that. And we'll talk about that more in just a minute. So you could do all those different things, make all those different kind of apps. You're not limited to just visual stuff. Again, here, I just want to go over some of the best practices with this. It would be to use clear, direct language, tell AI wrappers exactly what the tool should do. For instance, create a short video caption generator app that takes a video as input and adds relevant captions to it automatically. Bad would be, I want something for video, right? You want to tell it what you want to take in and what you want to come out. It's in and out that you're trying to tell it. Don't be afraid to experiment. Sometimes small tweaks lead to better tools. I've asked it to redo them. You could try changing the wording of your request. You could test different AI models. You could remix successful apps with new twists. For instance, you could add additional input boxes as you are building the app. You could go back and ask it to edit it all over again and add something else, like a different thing to input. And more best practices, the traits for high converting tools are the instant value is when a user gets something cool or useful within seconds, which they do with everything I've shown you today so far. There should be a clear purpose, such as this tool rewrites your Instagram bio, is clearer than saying AI marketing assistant. It should be very clear what it is doing. Personalization lets users input their name, their mood, brand, and something shareable. Think of the tool as so cool that you want to share it, like that hair color change tool. I have to tell you, Rohit and his team are the programmers. Then I came on board, of course, and I was excited to be part of this project, to be, the co-owner, so to speak, of the project. But the first thing I did is I went in there and I said, where's the hair color changer? And I made one and it didn't work. And then he fixed it so that it not only made hair color changes, but it does that baby face. It could put clothes on cats and dogs. I mean, now it could do all kinds of things because we did an additional integration so that you can make tools that basically can be shared with others. Those are the kind that are going to be the most valuable to you. If you could think of social media sharing and that sort of thing, people love that sort of stuff. All right, now let's talk about the money. You can sell these AI tools. You could sell them to local businesses, and the example that I'm going to show you in just a moment is going to blow you away. You could sell these directly on social media, right? You could get them over to your page somehow through a, let's say, BioLink or Linktree or Stan. If you have that on your social media, you could get them over to your link, and then right at the top of your page, you can have the link to your app. All right, so you could sell them that way through social media. You could sell them through ads. You could sell them through search. Think about the people that want to look for something like, I want to see my hair color changed, what it would look like, or I want to see myself in different clothing. Or you could sell directly on sites like Warrior Plus. Now, I need your help on this one, gang. I know about a lot of money being made on Warrior Plus with small apps like these, okay? I know about it. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I need to know from you, 1 in the chat box if you know what Warrior Plus is, and a 2 in the chat box if you don't. I need a 1 and a 2 on this one. Hey, Luann, could you help me out on this one? My question answer box froze. So could you tell me what the ratio of 1s and 2s is there, if anybody is there?
I think it's roughly half and half.
50%. Thank you very much. I appreciate that help. Okay, so basically Warrior Plus is a clearinghouse for where people go and they launch their products. And sometimes you could do it even if you have a small product or if you don't have anybody else, as a team to help you launch something. And that is a place where, As a matter of fact, it looks just like this. There is actually a whole bunch of apps today, Sunday, okay, is when I'm recording this, that there are very similar apps to what you can produce. Look at number 9 as an example. Do you know how easy it would be to produce 336 prompts for illustrated Bible stories for young children with AI wrappers? Do you have any idea how long that would take? That would take like 30 seconds. And there it is at number 9 on the top sellers list today on Warrior Plus. There's other ones here like AI storybooks and interactive worksheet creators. If you went in there and studied what is selling and what isn't, you'd be surprised at how simple some of the tools are, the tools that are being sold in there, and how you can now have the power to sell the same. I am really excited about that. You know, previously I've spent $200 a month, said Tony Hayes today to me, creating between 1 and 5 AI tools a day. Well, my students, Tony said, are making thousands on Warrior Plus. So that's why I wanted to bring that to your attention, that that's one place you could actually sell these. But you know, I started out the presentation today talking about you can have all the power in the world with these, but it's not just about sales. It's about building your business, because you could use AI tools to improve your own business. Number one, through those SEO, you know, right? It gave a health report on Rohit's website. We saw his site needed work. It could help you out that way. It could help you out with video creation. That's how I'd be using it a lot, to enhance videos that I edit together. You could give away the AI tools to build your list in a huge way. And that's just something we discussed that Neil Patel said that he does and gets 30,000 leads per month from that. I mean, do you know what a ridiculous number that is? That's because he's giving away so many AI tools. Now, what he does in the video I watched is he points out that giving away ebooks isn't the way to do it, that it's just not as nearly as desirable as giving away AI tools, tools that you make with AI, because they're pieces of software and people love software, things that will perform tasks for them. So you've got that going for you here. It makes you really powerful. And then you could sell other AI tools to that same list that you build. Now, I'm sure you guys have other ideas as well, and I'm going to tap your brains in just a minute. But I mean, just some of these ideas are like no-brainers, right? Or you could sell other related software as an affiliate to that same list that you have been building. And that's how I made it in this business, straight from the top. So, continue to build your business. Well, how about charging local businesses monthly for services? Now, again, I need your help. And I'm not going to keep rambling forever here, but I need your help. How many of you work with local businesses or would like to? Give me a 1 in the chat box. How many do not work with local businesses and do not want to? Give me a 2 in the chat box. Local businesses 1, no local businesses 2. Luann, I'm going to need your help on this one again because my question answer box is frozen.
Again, it's about 50-50.
50-50 again. Okay, well,
Yeah.
for those of you that do work with local businesses, boy, do I have a great one for you. Find a boutique online that's in your particular neighborhood. I know of these small boutiques. When I was living in Florida, they had a bunch of them, and they had their clothes online. They showed the outfits online. Look what I produced with the template that's already in the software. This is the Clothing Changer app. In fact, it's on my other computer right here. The exact name of it is Virtual Try-On, your AI assistant. So I took that Jennifer Lawrence photo. Remember that one with the blonde hair? And I had a picture of a peasant blouse. This is actually a peasant blouse that I took a picture of in my home. All right. And then on the right-hand side, what do you see? You see Jennifer Lawrence wearing that peasant blouse. Imagine if you went to a local boutique and you don't have to physically go there, you just send them a model with the various different clothing that they have for sale and say, look, we could show what your clothing looks like on individuals that come to your website. You're looking at a picture, I could say, of me wearing your clothes. Now, that's an incredible opportunity for a boutique. They would say, wait a minute, are you saying that I could put a link on my site and someone could just click that link and try out the clothing that I have on my site on the person that is viewing my site? So in other words, me, Todd Gross, let's say I went to a men's boutique store or they sold men's clothes, I could go to some online store and try on all the shirts that they display with this app. But I'm doing it at their store, right? On their online store. Can you imagine how gratifying that would be for me as the consumer to be able to try out all the clothes? Is that incredible or what? That's just an example of how useful some of these apps are that are in there. So let's move on, but I just wanted to talk about that in particular because it's such a good use of this software. So here's a pro tip: make free and paid tools to test your monetization. And remember, you could build your list with freebies and then sell the paid tools to that same list later. Don't forget that rule of thumb. And finally, use AIWrappers usage analytics, which is right in there. You just have to tap the bottom corner of each image and you will see which performs better than the other ones. Now, everything is built in with this app. That's what makes it different than anything else you'll find. The biggest difference is the one on the bottom, in that it costs a whole bunch less. Other things that are similar to this cost $200 a month. All right. Everything is built in: the app creation, the hosting, the payments, the analytics, the list building. You can use your own domain if you want, but you don't have to. You have just a one-line chat prompt in over 50 languages. You don't even have to speak English to get this to work. You have white label on all the apps, meaning that you can rebrand it your way: the colors, the text, the style, and of course, these templates are editable, and these templates are there for you, over 100 that can be deployed in 15 to 20 seconds. And a lot of the templates you could break down so that they're actually doing different functions. So like there's one template that's in there, which is an image editor template that you can do so many things with, that you can make actually 100 apps from that one template just by doing a little bit of tweaking. So that's what makes this different than anything else that you'll find out there. It's secure, by the way. It's scalable and ready to for real use here. The AI wrapper that we are using here is protected and production ready, meaning it has secure API handling. Everything is safe, never exposed. Isolated app execution. This is for those of you that are more technical and worried about this. The apps run in a safe, sandboxed environment, and automatic scaling. Your apps auto scale with demand. There's no setup needed to handle it. All right. Before I tell you how much this costs, how you could get it, the entire package, one last demo live. How would you like to see me go in there and show you some of what are in the templates? Can you hold on for just another minute so I could go in there? Let me know. I could continue, or I really want to get in there and show this to you if I can. Awesome, great. Okay, let me get in there one more time and just show you. All righty, let me find my AI wrappers. Here it is. Okay, so I'm actually in there live. The other demo I had recorded about an hour ago. This one is live. And the reason I want to get in there is I want to remind you, as you saw in the demo, you know, I love the third tab down, which is My Apps, because then we could just click on Create from Template if we want, or we could check our own apps. But on this Create from Template, I'm going to scroll all the way down, I know there's a couple down here, like that virtual try-on assistant. Remember what I just showed you about the boutique and all that? You know how easy that is to deploy? Look at that. I'm deploying it right now. Virtual try-on, your AI assistant. Experience the future of fashion with our AI-powered virtual try-on app. And then we could just click next. And it's currently using Fall.ai. Very interesting. Now we're going to go and click next. And we're looking at some of the other stuff that's in there, the page title, the page description. We're just going to go with whatever it has. And this is interesting. It has the CAPTCHA protection. Do we want to enable CAPTCHA or not? Public, password protected, or paid? Let's do public. And we click next. And then do we want to do our own custom domain or use the subdomain? We'll use the subdomain that's already in there, and we'll just publish it. It's done. It's produced. It's off the template. We didn't make very many changes, if any. We're going to copy it. And now I'm going to paste it and go. Look what we have in front of us. All done. The virtual try-on AI assistant. First thing it's doing is asking the user for his email address. So we're going to do that. And now it wants us to upload an image. So we're going to click here and upload an image. Now, I think I have the images that I need in here. We had that original image of Jennifer Lawrence. Remember, that's what we used earlier. And now we want to look for that peasant blouse. So we see how I did that earlier. And I know it's in my desktop. I found it. It's on the right. So now we're all set. We have Jennifer Lawrence, we have the peasant blouse, and now we just click generate. And in just a moment, she should be wearing that peasant blouse if all goes well. And that's what folks will be able to use if they went to the boutique that I suggest that you charge monthly for this. I didn't even show you where you can set up that pay button. I should do that later. And while we're waiting for that, let's go back to my apps. And I want to go down to, again, from a template, because I know it's in there. And, or I could do it from my apps, but I wanted to find the calorie counter. All right, I'll look in my apps for it. Here we go. So we're looking for calorie counter. Calorie counter AI Todd. See that right there on the right? Okay. And we're actually going to preview that one. But let's see how Jennifer Lawrence is doing. There she is. She's wearing our peasant blouse, the very one that was draped across my living room floor that I took the picture of. Is that cool or what? All right, here's the calorie counter one. We'll see how this one goes. Again, I can have it light or I can have it dark as the user. And I would put my name in here. My email address, and this time we have a completely different kind of app, right? We're going to figure out how our meal was. So my meal this past evening, if it's still here, if I could find it, because I kind of stuffed it over here. I think here it is. My meal, as actually a couple of days ago, was 2 pieces of bread and a banana. I was so busy working with AIWrappers that I didn't have much food in the house. So this is what I had. 2 pieces of bread and a banana. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click generate, and it's going to tell me how many calories and other things were in those 2 pieces of bread and the banana. So this is great for fitness as an example. It says the meal consists of 2 slices of bread and 1 banana. So it read that correctly right off the bat. The estimated nutritional information is for the bread, approximately 70 calories, carbohydrates, 13 grams. That sounds correct. Protein, 2 grams, which I know is correct. Fat, approximately 1 gram. And for the 2 slices, therefore, the calories are 140, 26, 4 on protein, and 2 on fat. The banana, on the other hand, 105 calories from the 1 banana, 27 grams of carbohydrates, protein 1 gram, and fat 0.3. So here's the total for the meal, 245 calories. It also gives the carbs, the protein, and the fat. Just like that. Isn't that amazing? So you can now take this same app, okay, and we could go back, I believe, back to the form. This same app, you could take this and you could go into the social media of all the fitness places and start talking with them and get them over to your site and get them to check out what you've got on your page. And wouldn't you know it, at the very top, you're offering for free this particular app. And then you get their email address, and you get some fitness products that you could sell them. Boy, as an affiliate, you've got the in right there. I know it's amazing. I know, and I know that you want me to move on. I will, I promise. Let's do that right now. So let's talk about the special launch offer that we have to get your hands on this amazing product. So AIWrappers, basically normally the commercial version. We're doing the entire thing tonight here. We have a very special deal for you that puts everything together, but there is a very limited version that you could potentially get in the next couple of days that only gives you 10 AI apps. Basically, I think it's a month. It includes 5 AI chat messages a day, and it includes 5 workspaces. You could connect up to 2 custom domains. Actually, I think it's per day, 10 AI apps per day, and 1 year of hosting. So that's like a minimal version, but of course you're not getting that. We're unlocking for you everything. We're unlocking the Pro. The Pro gives you 20 Pro templates immediately, in addition to the over 100 templates that are in there already. Then you get additional 10 Pro templates per month for 12 months. Now, you know, I really need to show you some of those templates. I didn't show enough of them to you. Hold on just a second. It's just, it's ridiculous that I don't. So I need to do that. Let me see if I could find, where was I with that? Here it is. Okay, so I'm just moving this over for a minute so you could see this, okay? So let's go back to where we were before with AIWrappers.co, because you want to see what you're getting. Okay, so we're going to look at the templates. I just want to show you some of the ones that are in here. AI Fitness Body Visualizer, AI Ethnicity Look Generator, AI Face Slimming App. Then we saw the baby face, expression editor. You could change a smile to a frown. Photo Colorizer. Now that's a good one. AI Wedding Look App, AI Avatar Style Generator. You could change a picture into an avatar style. Age progression app. Imagine that. You could actually see yourself at different ages, what you would look like. AI pet costume app. That would be great in the animal niche, the pet, dog and pet, especially cats and dogs. Scene reimagine app. Transform your photos by reimagining the setting. AI festival look generator app. AI skin retouch app. Enhance facial features, improve complexion, and smooth skin. How good would that do? Could you imagine giving that one away and getting an email lead? Old photo to modern look app. You could take older photos and see how your grandparents or great-grandparents would have looked in a more contemporary photo today. Cartoonify Me app. AI background replacer. I tried that. It worked really well. I went to green screen background on it. AI clothing try-on app. This is different than the one that we did before. This one, you describe the clothing that you want them to wear. That works really well. Virtual hair color try-on, we've done that. All right, so these are very visual. Let's move down and look at some of the other ones. Kid-friendly article summarizer. Does that ring a bell to you, perhaps? How similar that is to that Warrior Plus product we were looking at? ad copy generator, lesson plan generator, web page analyzer. These templates are already in there waiting for you to customize or just deploy them right away, immediately. We have Google search and headlines generator, Pinterest ad copy generator, LinkedIn ad copy, TikTok ad creative generator, more ad stuff, content calendar generator, email newsletter writer, case study generator, elevator pitch creator, business bio generator, proposal creator, brand voice guide. We have business value statements generator, an FAQ generator, AI tweet thread creator, affirmation generator, motivation stuff, smart reply generator. We have a voiceover script generator. That's good for me. Video outline planner, YouTube hook generator, Reel script generator, TikTok script generator, feedback summarizer, explainer video script generator, lesson plan generator, course outline generator, edu worksheet. Again, we're in the education now. Here's that kid's storybook stuff again. Kindle book creator, ebook creator AI, generate complete structured ebooks tailored to your topic. Sell it on Warrior Plus. Amazing. Social bio creator, generate creative and impactful social media bios. Landing page copy, SEO meta tag generator, press release pro. How important is that? I'm just scrolling down quickly, trying to get it to as many as I can. We have ad copy genius, room makeover. We talked about that. Here's a good one. Car damage estimator. You know which niche you could go in with that. Pose perfector, enhance your workout and yoga sessions with this AI-powered posture. Skincare insight, calorie counter we did. Brand jingle generator, look at these in green. These are all now audio. Harmony track, generate high-quality, royalty-free background music. How much can you get paid for something like that? Meditation voiceover creator, pronunciation pro, VoiceOver Pro, convert your scripts into high quality AI generated voiceovers with ease, and it goes on and on and on and on. I don't want to hold you on past this because I know that you have places to go and people to see, and you want to grab this really badly. So let me move this back over and we'll get to it, but I thought you deserved the right to see some of those templates that are in there. And now we were talking about the first upgrade, of course, is also included, and the second upgrade is also included, which caused you to be able to control the usage of your apps. So as I said, some of the apps, some of the AIs in the back end, you're going to connect over to them. You're going to have very clear instructions on how to connect your API. And one of the things you need to keep in mind is a few of those AIs can get pricey if people use them and keep running it up on you. But you control the usage if you get this, and you are getting that, of course, today. And you could add capture to protect against spam and bots. You could view your full history, including the user inputs and AI outputs. And you could also get in there and you could get the CSV file of all the emails that have been collected. And you can remove the AIWrappers branding as well. That means that this is totally branded to you. It's completely white label. So that's a great one too. And because you're also getting agency, you'll have unlimited workspaces to use. You saw when I was in there how I was on a different workspace than my partner Dinesh was. He was working and producing apps in one place, and I was producing them in another. You could also connect 10 additional custom domains in addition to one, and you could also do 20 additional agency templates. 20 additional agency templates. Done for you assets are included, logos, brand kits, a done for you landing page so you could reel in these clients, and done for you graphics as well. That's all included too. But perhaps the one that stands out the most that's included is you're also getting 50 reseller accounts. That's right, we're including 50 reseller accounts, and believe it or not, that includes our technical support. You could purchase as many of those 50 count packages as you want over and over again. So That's cool. We'll give you the link for that so that you'll be able to get additional if you want to go above 50. But today, we're offering something better. We're offering everything all together in a bundle. That's right. Everything is there. The commercial, the pro, the platinum, the agency, the reseller with 50 licenses. All that is going to be yours. And that's where it brings us to the deal today. In addition to the bundle, but I have to warn you, you could make this completely unlimited if you get the mega unlimited bump. The mega unlimited bump is going to put you into Superman status by being able to make as many of these as you want. So in other words, not just 25 per day, but you'll be able to make as many of these as you want. How about that? That is something we'll be talking about in detail as well. How much do you think something like this would cost, putting all those things together, aside from the unlimited? Yeah, that's what I would think. $597 or $997. No. Get ready, everyone. Come back to your computer, because after all this rambling and excitement, I'm about to release the way for you to get involved today. And then we're going to be doing some special contests and some special bonuses that will be limited to just a few people who purchase first. So let's go. Ready, set, come onto your computer. I'm going to release the link right now. Here it is. It's toddsuggests.com/get AIW. In other words, AI wrappers. Get AIW. It's only $188. That is not including that extra bump to make yourself go unlimited, but it included the 50 reseller accounts. It included everything else I showed you. The only thing that obviously is going to cost us a lot of money on our end is going to be the unlimited. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But this is where to go. The commercial, the pro, the platinum, the agency, the reseller 50 is toddsuggests.com/get AIW, and use this coupon. This is your webinar coupon, AI bundle.
Hey,
Very
Todd,
important.
Hey, remove the get out of there. It's just AIW. toddsuggests.com/AIW.
toddsuggests.com/AIW. No get. Thank you for catching that, Shannon. It's toddsuggests.com AIW. At least that didn't freeze on my keyboard. My apologies, gang. And there it is, $188. And after you get that bundle, upgrade to the Mega Unlimited for just $297 one time. This is, remember I said it's $200 a month. The nearest competitor of ours is $200 a month. Well, this is just one time for $297. You'll be able to get unlimited apps, unlimited messages, meaning you'll be able to chat back and forth as many times as you want, unlimited custom domains, collect unlimited leads, 3 years of unlimited hosting. It's perfect for power users. I said Superman, right? And agencies who want zero limits on creation, usage, and scale. How about that? All right. I want to talk about where that bump is located. All right. It's at the bottom. So normally the product costs $268, which you see on the upper right when you go to your checkout page. But we want to make sure that you don't pay $268, that you get the discount, and you're going to get the discount by putting in that coupon AI bundle. And then at the bottom, you see it says AIWrappers Mega Unlimited. That's what's going to put those superpowers onto you, all right, by going totally unlimited. And that's optional to go unlimited, but obviously it's recommended. Now, here's the secure checkout again to show you where to put that coupon. All right, so the coupon goes on the, you see that spot right there? It says AI bundle on the right. You can see it on the left-hand side on the bottom. So on the left-hand side on the top, you have the ability to go Mega Unlimited. But on the bottom, you want to knock that 268 way down to 188. And that's where you put in AI bundle. Now we have fast start VIP bonuses done for you already with this software. All right. And we'll talk about those in just a second. But we also have something else if you get the Mega Unlimited. If you get that mega bump, the Mega Unlimited crazy thing that's going to put the superpowers in you, we'll set up your first AI app if you'd like, only for the first 50. And we're going to count down during this webinar how many are left. Now, I won't be able to count, Shannon, because my computer's frozen. All right, it keeps happening to me. But I'm going to lean on you later to tell me how many are left. As a special bonus for attending the AIWrappers webinar and grabbing the Mega Unlimited, we'll personally set up your first AI app inside your own AIWrappers account. We'll go in your account with you, but we'll help you choose your branding, we'll help you with your idea and your use case so that it's even easier. Now, it's already so easy that, you're probably saying, do I really need that? But let me tell you something. We're the experts at it, at least Rohit is, and our team is. And I think that it's a good idea that we help you with your first one. Now, no tech skills are needed, obviously, no setup stress at all. Just send us what you want and we'll build the first one for you to get you rolling even faster. But this is strictly limited to the first 50 people who grab Mega Unlimited during the live webinar. So that's exciting. And then we have other bonuses for you too. These bonuses when you purchase today, and remember I told you this bonus is just for being here today. I'll go over that a little later. But bonuses for purchasing include what we've created with AIWrappers. The Done For You VO3 Prompt Writer app. Boy, that should sound familiar since I produced it last night. Danish was going to produce it during the day today, and then he didn't. And then guess what? I produced it last night on the fly, and you are going to be getting that. The other thing you're going to be getting is the brand icon generator that creates app logos in 60 seconds. And the other thing you're going to be getting is the AI Explainer video script generator. And the other thing you're going to be getting, it's really funny that we created these bonuses, right? These bonuses would be great for you to, do marketing with, is the pricing strategy assistant. That's also going to be something that you're going to get as an actual bonus. And you're also going to get an app landing page copy generator. Isn't that cool? All right, all those things you are going to get as a bonus for purchasing today. But the best bonus of all, I save for last. Guys, I cannot do this for everyone, but if you purchase today, no matter who purchases today, don't delay because I'm not going to do this except for webinar attendees. If you purchase today, I will actually promote your AI tool on Warrior Plus. Now, it's subject to our approval. If it's something that's a little racy, we're not going to do it. But I am going to promote your AI tool. If you do launch one on Warrior Plus, I'll be your affiliate. Can you imagine having me as an affiliate? And I'll be sending an email to my list and we'll let them know about your tool and we'll let you know. And if you want, you can contact us at yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. I could tell you what kind of apps that we would like to promote and that we would more readily promote. And we'll work with you on that so that we'll actually send out an email and get you started in the IM world if you do want to do it that way. How's that for a bonus, guys? Is that incredible or what? I'll actually promote you. There you go. Okay. And after you buy the bundle, we are offering an opportunity to purchase additional reseller accounts for those of you who want more than the 50 free ones that come with your purchase today. So you get 50 reseller accounts as part of this. But if you want 50 more, we will be able to help you with that. If you're interested, ask for a link in the question answer box. You know, that box that I can't read, but all my other teammates can. After making your initial purchase today, and yes, you can actually get more than 50. We have a very affordable price on that since you know how crazy good this software is and how many people would want this. So once again, here's where we stand. It's not got to get the cat out of there, but it's toddsuggests.com/AIW. toddsuggests.com AIW. And don't forget to put AI bundle in that slot that I showed you. And then, of course, that Mega Unlimited is in there as well as a bump. That's unlimited apps, unlimited messages, unlimited custom domains, collect unlimited leads, and 3 years of unlimited hosting. And that Fast Start VIP bonus for getting that. Wow, that was a lot to talk of today. Boy.